an oppressor, from an imperial power. And the Spartans, while Alexander's taking on the Persians in the name of Greece, they're rising up against Alexander the Great in the name of Greek freedom. Greekness, freedom, these are very complicated notions. And Cavafis picked this up. There's a famous inscription after the first of Alexander's 3 major battles. He sent back to Athens, significantly Athens, 300 suits of armour. Why 300? Thermopylae, Sparta. And what was the inscription that he commanded to be carved into the Parthenon to represent his dedication of captured spoils? Alexander, he doesn't call himself King Alexander, very important, and the Greeks. So he is one, and he means the other Greeks, except the Spartans. Dedicate these spoils from the barbarian. So Cavafi wrote a poem called Except the Lacedaemonians, Plin ton Lacedaemonion. And it starts out with the Spartans responding to this insulting inscription of Alexander. Of course, except the Spartans. You think we were going to go out and fight under, this is the point Ted was making in his introduction, against another leader, Alexander the Great? We're Spartans and so on. And then Cavafis caps the Spartans' Hellenism, which is a very strong form of Hellenism, by saying, but after Alexander the Great, the word Hellene acquires a much broader signification, so that there are now Greeks, believe it or not, permanently settled in Iran, of their own free choice. In other words, we're talking about the post-Alexander Hellenistic, as we call it, culture, civilization, and it's that civilization which ultimately gives you the Buddha, ultimately gives you the New Testament, this post-Alexander. But for that extension of that more liberal, that more inclusive Hellenism, where Hellenism is not a political dogma or doctrine, but a cultural ideal, but for that you wouldn't have had the configuration of the Middle East down to the time of Christ.